Welcome to CrimePod Castle, Unsolved Mystery Series, Episode 78. Today we're diving into a case. Well, it's shrouded in mystery, a lot of intrigue. It involves a powerful figure, suspicious death, and a web of unanswered questions. It's the case of B.M. Khaitan.
B.M. Khaitan. Yeah, Khaitan's story is fascinating. This guy was a titan in the Indian business world. The chairman of the Williamson-Mager Group, a huge, sprawling conglomerate. Think companies like Every Industries, McLeod, Russell.
Oh, well, yeah.
This man built an empire.
From the ground up.
From nothing.
It's hard to overstate his influence.
It really is.
Yeah, you're right. He was known as the Evergreen tea man of India.
Yeah.
Really a testament to his success in that industry. But as we'll discover, even those who reach the pinnacle of success, they can have secrets. They can have vulnerabilities.
Tiny vulnerabilities, for sure. And sometimes those vulnerabilities can lead to tragedy. On June 27th, 2017, B.M. Khaitan was found dead. In his Kolkata office, initial report, a heart attack. Seemed straightforward.
Yeah.
But the circumstances surrounding his death raised some red flags.
Red flags? Like what made the scene so suspicious?
So picture this. The office, it was in disarray, papers scattered everywhere, chair overturned, didn't look like a man simply collapsing from a heart attack.
Right.
And then there were the missing items.
Oh.
Khaitan's personal diary.
Uh-huh.
And a USB drive. Both vanished without a trace.
That's a bit unsettling. Vanished items at a death scene. It's like something out of a detective novel. Do we know what might have been in the diary? Or on the USB drive?
Well, according to Khaitan's family, the diary contained notes about major business negotiations he was involved in.
Okay.
The USB drive, it's believed to hold sensitive financial data. Think about it. This wasn't just a personal loss. It was a potential treasure trove of secrets and information that suddenly disappeared.
Yeah.
Along with its owner.
Sounds like the stakes were incredibly high. Did the police manage to uncover anything concrete during the investigation?
They tried. The autopsy confirmed the heart attack as the cause of death. But there was more to the story. The examiners found bruises on Khaitan's wrists and neck.
Oh, suggesting there might have been a struggle. Before his death, that natural causes theory was starting to crumble.
So we have a chaotic scene. Missing items, unexplained bruises. What direction did the investigation take from there?
The police, they delved deep into Khaitan's life, both personal and professional. They discovered he was a man who commanded respect, but also faced fierce competition in the cutthroat world of Indian business. In particular, his dealings in the tea and energy sectors. They were marked by some intense rivalries.
It's easy to imagine that in those high-stakes industries, someone might have seen Khaitan as an obstacle that they needed to remove. Did investigators uncover any specific threats against him?
Well, while there was no direct evidence of a targeted attack, some employees, they revealed that Khaitan had expressed fears of sabotage and espionage within his own company.
Really?
He seemed to sense danger lurking, even in his inner circle.
Wow, it adds a whole new layer of intrigue to this case, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's like a real-life game of chess, where every move could have deadly consequences. And in this game, the key pieces, the diary and the USB drive, are missing, making it even harder to decipher the truth.
Exactly. This is where things get really interesting. The investigation essentially hit a wall. Despite all the leads and suspicions, they couldn't connect the dots. It's a case where every answer seems to spawn a dozen new questions.
So with all this uncertainty swirling around, what are the main theories that emerged to explain Khaitan's death? Did investigators ever settle on the most likely scenario?
Oh, they did. They explored several compelling theories, each with its own set of complexities.
Let's break those down. What were the leading contenders?
Well, the first one, the official cause of death, was natural causes, the heart attack. It's the simplest explanation, but as we've discussed, the bruises, the missing items, Khaitan's own expressed fears. It makes it difficult to just accept that at face value.
It does feel like there's more to the story than a simple medical event. What were the other theories?
The second theory centered around targeted assassination. Given Khaitan's high profile and the ruthlessness of some of his competitors, it's plausible that someone saw him as a threat and decided to eliminate him. The missing diary and the USB drive could have contained information that someone desperately wanted to keep secret, perhaps even incriminating evidence.
So in this scenario, Khaitan's death was a calculated move to protect someone's interests or to gain an advantage in the business world.
Precisely. The third theory focused on corporate espionage. Remember those fears Khaitan had expressed about sabotage and spying within his own company? Well, what if someone was after the information on that USB drive, and his death was a way to cover up the theft?
That's a chilling thought. It suggests that someone close to Khaitan, someone he trusted, might have been involved in his demise.
And that brings us to the fourth theory, internal betrayal. The investigation uncovered tensions within the Williamson-Mager group. Perhaps someone saw Khaitan as an obstacle to their own ambitions within the company and decided to take matters into their own hands.
So we have a range of possibilities, from a cold-blooded assassination to a betrayal by someone within Khaitan's inner circle. Did investigators ever zero in on any one suspect?
Unfortunately, no. Despite the extensive investigation, no one was ever charged in connection with Khaitan's death. It remains an unsolved mystery, a puzzle with missing pieces that continue to haunt those who knew him.
It's a stark reminder that even with all our modern forensic tools and investigative techniques, some cases simply defy resolution. What do you think is the most frustrating aspect of this case for those involved?
I'd say the lack of closure. Imagine the torment of losing someone you love under such suspicious circumstances and then never knowing the truth about what happened or who might be responsible. It's a heavy burden to carry.
It's also a testament to the enduring power of unanswered questions. Years later, this case still sparks debate and speculation. Why do you think it continues to captivate people?
I think it's the combination of factors: the high-stakes world of business, the whispers of espionage, the sudden death of a powerful figure, and the lingering possibility that someone got away with something terrible. It's like a real-life thriller unfolding before our eyes.
And like any good thriller, it keeps us guessing, keeps us searching for those missing pieces of the puzzle.
Exactly. We're drawn to the mystery, the intrigue, the challenge of trying to make sense of a tragedy that may never have a clear explanation.
As we delve deeper into this case, it's impossible to ignore the human element, the impact that Khaitan's death had on those who knew him. What are your thoughts on that aspect of the story?
Oh, it's a tragedy on multiple levels. You have the loss of a brilliant and influential figure, a man who built an empire and touched countless lives. And then the ripple effect of his death, the unanswered questions, the suspicions that just linger, and the sense of injustice that just pervades this whole story.
Yeah, it's a stark reminder that behind the headlines and the corporate intrigue, there are real people grappling with loss and uncertainty. Their lives are forever altered by this unresolved mystery.
A powerful reminder, I think, that the pursuit of wealth and power can come at a steep cost. Sometimes even those who seem to have it all are vulnerable to forces beyond their control.
Yeah. As we wrap up our exploration of the BM Khaitan case, what's the key takeaway you hope our listeners will ponder?
The importance of critical thinking and questioning assumptions. We're often presented with a simple narrative, but the truth is rarely that straightforward. This case, it challenges us to look beyond the surface, to examine the evidence, to consider multiple perspectives, and to acknowledge that sometimes even with our best efforts, the truth remains elusive.
It's a humbling thought, isn't it? That despite all our advancements, our thirst for knowledge, there are still mysteries that defy easy answers.
And that's okay. Embracing the unknown, acknowledging the limits of our understanding. That's part of what makes life so fascinating. It's those unanswered questions that keep us searching, keep us curious, keep us engaged with the world around us.
Well said. And on that note, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of an unsolved mystery. We've explored the life and death of BM Khaitan, examined the evidence, grappled with the theories, but ultimately, the truth remains elusive.
Yeah, perhaps someday new evidence will emerge, or a fresh perspective will shed light on the shadows that still surround this case. But until then, the mystery of BM Khaitan's death will continue to intrigue and captivate those who seek answers in the face of the unknown.
We hope this episode has sparked your own curiosity about the world's enduring enigmas. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to follow and subscribe to CrimePod Castle for more captivating explorations of unsolved mysteries.
And remember, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop seeking the truth, no matter how elusive it may seem.